2017 CB500X. We just got done fixing up this bike. Jesse was off-roading with it, no skid plate, got a little rowdy, and punctured the oil pan. He's not here yet to pick up the bike, so I'm going for a little canyon run. I've never been on a CB500. From what I've seen online, everybody is saying these are great starter bikes, and just from being on it for the first, couple minutes, I can see why. Beautiful, smooth power delivery, and this engine is smooth. I'll go through the exact specs in a second. I believe it's hovering around 47, 46 horsepower, and torque 40 from what I recall. Man, everybody's just taking their sweet time going up. We might just take a left. Let's take a left and I'll give you a quick little walk around of the bike. It actually has much more getup than I was anticipating. I mean, I was expecting a little bit less. There's some nice pep to it, that's for sure. Some light off-road. I don't want to be buying a second oil pan. And that was kind of one thing that I was wondering about, because the previous owner did put a couple accessories like the pivot pegs on this bike and crash bars. And I'm not sure why he didn't put a skid plate on, or maybe just took it off and sold the thing separate. Quick little walk around. You got the crash bars, pivot pegs, seat concepts, luggage rack. I believe that is all that's on here aftermarket. Everything else is stock. Now, I was actually surprised to find out that this bike weighs 440 pounds. I mean, for how petite it looks, it weighs quite a bit. What else do we have? 4.6 gallon fuel tank, but supposedly phenomenal miles per gallon, like 60 miles to the gallon. 17-inch rims, front and rear. The tire up front is a little bit skinnier. The tire in the rear is a little bit fatter. It is a 6-speed, which is great. I wish my KLR had a 6-gear back in the day. And it's a parallel twin. Very smooth engine. And it sounds great. What do we have on the dash? So pretty basic info. I'm curious how many miles are on this bike. 7,159 miles. It's a brand new bike pretty much. The mileage is super low. 2017 low mileage bike. Well, let's hop back on. I'll take you guys to Johnny Park and we'll do some light off-road. This one does have a center stand. I'm not sure if that was installed aftermarket or if it comes standard on the bike. Here we go. We have a nice straightaway coming up. We can test out the brakes. The front, it's very responsive. The rear, so-so. I'm pretty sure there's no ABS on this thing. We can check with the rear coming up. Yeah, no ABS. Let's do a hard stop. Not the most comfortable standing position. I'm 5'11" and a half. I'm really curious to see what that CF Moto 450 MT Ibex will be when it comes out. I feel like if Honda designed something in that kind of spec realm, they would have a killer bike. Don't get me wrong, this is a fantastic machine. It's just it could definitely use more ground clearance, you know, 21, 18, 21 in the front, 18 in the rear rim. Make a little easier off-road. And of course, suspension's a big thing. That's one, I don't get it. I mean, I would almost rather pay a little bit more from factory for better suspension on these bikes. I'll take you guys a little bit in. It gets a little rowdy further up. The only thing I'm worried about is hitting that oil pan. I think she'll do this just fine. Let's just inch up this. Oh yeah, look at that. Oh, freaking tractor. Wow, no problem. The torque is phenomenal. The gearing's fantastic. Little billy goat of a bike. You might not be able to romp it around these trails, but it'll definitely get you through. Should we keep going? Let's keep going. That's what I'm talking about. We got a lot of exposed stuff coming up. Wow. This is great. I love the power delivery. Nice and smooth, and you can just freaking inch it up this, no problem. I mean, look at that. I'm at 2,000 RPM just putting away. Bum, 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 bum. What a fantastic bike. I think Jesse paid like $4 grand for this. It's a starter bike. There's the $890. How you doing?
How's the trail that way?
You know, it gets pretty rough towards Pearson, but it's fun. I probably chatted for about half an hour. Super nice guy. Only has about 7,000 miles on that 890. I didn't want to mention anything about the camshaft issue. I'm sure he knows about it. Pivot pegs? I don't know. I'm probably take some getting used to. I'm not a fan. Okay, we just got to get past this descend. The other one, we don't really have any obstacles to avoid. Beer time.
Beer time?
Yeah, a little break time.